coming. I know it's raining out here, but you came all the way to Dallas, Texas to give us, you know, some of your journey, some of your entrepreneurship, your artistry. So we're excited. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So tell us about your business.
So my name of my business is 7R Mobile Paint Parties. We bring the party to people. So if people are familiar with like painting with a twist or Pinot's palette or so, it's kind of a similar business like that. But we're mobile, so we bring the party to you. You can have a party in the comfort of your own home. If you have a venue or anything set, we'll be able to cater to that event as well. And we should know that because our beautiful Black Inventors Party, we had the pleasure of actually having you there to lead our children and to, you know, speak with them and just let them be free and creative in a way that was so beneficial to our Black culture. So thank you for that. Thank you. Definitely your company, 7R, when you think about it, I just get excited because you're saying you're mobile. So that part of it is like, man, like if you want to just do something, you just show up. How do you construct that, and how do you actually get your clients and things like that? So basically, if I get my clients, it's word of mouth. When I first started, I started with my family. Took pictures, took a lot of pictures. You know, like starting a business, it's kind of hard sometimes, you know, if you don't really have the connections. So I didn't really have the connections as far as starting my business and having clientele lined up. So I started with my family first. And it was around Christmas time. I went on and did a paint party for them. It took like probably 80 pictures of them, you know, and it looked like it was different scenes, you know, like if I did maybe like 3 or 4 different parties. So I used that to advertise for my business. And then when I did that, I started getting all kind of calls and people were looking me up. Then I would put my listing on the Black Business Portal on Facebook, those pages. And so that really helps because that once I did that, then I got a booking with Jason Terry's wife. Jason Terry, they just played for Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, so they went on the book, and then after that, it was just on the road. Oh my goodness! How long ago, or how long have you been in business? 2 years. This month makes 2 years. Yeah. So seeing that then to now, the manifest of it, like literally looking at where you've been, where you've come from, would you say that the accomplishments that you have now are just kind of fueling those future goals? Oh, definitely, most definitely. Because I know some of the goals that I have set for myself was to get into the commercial side of things, getting contracts with residents. Residential events and, you know, retirement homes, hospitals and stuff, and all of those things I've already done. And now, you know, working on more and bigger contracts as well. So it's, you know, God is good. God is very good. He is amazing. And the fact that you're saying that you wanting to get commercial and you wanted to, you know, get those contracts, like how did those, like, did you just think of that, or was it just kind of more like someone pushed you to it? Did you have any training, any mentoring, or is it just kind of something that you just came up with after doing Jason Terry's wife's party? Yeah, after doing Jason Terry's wife's party, I just wrote down some goals. I said, man, you know what, this is a market that I think would be great for me, you know? And then I wrote it down, I spoke it, I believed it, and out of a sudden, it just opportunity might came up. Someone passed along my information to someone else, and then I was able to get that opportunity. Or sometimes I would just walk into the place and just introduce myself and talk to them, present it, and they're interested. And then from there, it leads to the next one. So yes. That's amazing. Listening to the story of, you know, the whole Jason Terry and then the commercial, like that just shows in that short amount of time, the 2 years, that you know, God bless you in that way and manifest that. And it's just, it's amazing to hear, and it's very motivational, which, you know, that's what we are here at Geek Plus. We love to hear inspiring stories and things that are innovative, because I don't think we were taught how to paint in school to where you were going to make a business out of it. Like, it was just kind of more like, this is going to be this is an elective, this is a credit, you better do it and do it right, or you're not going to pass your class. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll do it. So that part of it is amazing, because it's like you've brought the innovation there, and I know other people are doing it as well. But the fact that you're mobile. Yeah, and actually, one of my friends, he actually taught me the game. You know, so the thing about it is that in a business, by having your own business or whatever, some people are not willing to give you the nuggets and to give you the tools that you need in order to be successful, especially if you're going into the same kind of line of work they're going into, or that they're already in. So for him to do that, Derek, if you're watching, man, I appreciate you. Shout out, Derek. Anita as well. Shout out, Sanaa. Shout out them all. Yeah, all of y'all. I appreciate all the artists along the way that helped me get to this point. I really do.
That's amazing. That's amazing that they didn't have that crab mentality.
No.
They actually came and they said, hey, this is what you need to do. Knowing that, you know, the business is competitive, but at the same time, it's going to be who chooses you. Yeah. You know, God is definitely going to give you that opportunity. I can't remember the verse. Don't be mad at me. My good faithful fans or good faithful audience, but God will make room for your gift. So when you think about that part, it's like, even though I'm in it, you know, God's going to make me my own client. Yeah. Just like he's going to make you your own clients. I'm not going to have to fight for those clients. They're going to use me, because you can't be at everybody's paint party.
No, I can't.
And everybody can't be calling you to come and you know, you go to theirs or whatever the case may be. So it's amazing. So let me get into the artistry part of it. So did you always know that you were an artist, like to actually sit there and paint and outline those? Because you do some amazing work. You guys need to check it out. We're going to make sure that you guys get the Instagram and Facebook and stuff. But how did you know how to draw those out? I'm still on stick figures at 34. So I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
No, that's all good. Honestly, it was just a gift. When I was about 2 or 3 years old, I just was doodling, you know, just drawing stick figures and stuff. My grandma my grandmother used to teach me kind of like how to draw a little bit, draw action figures.
Shout out to grandma. Shout out to grandma.
Yeah, definitely. Carrie Webb, you know, so I really appreciated her for just showing me, you know, just how to draw a face and how to draw a nose, how to draw an eye. And then one thing led to the next. By the time I was in 6th grade, in the 6 years old, I was winning awards and stuff at elementary school, you know. So all of elementary, middle school, high school as well was notarized, getting awards and stuff like that.
So God was preparing you then.
Definitely.
You know, we didn't know, but you know, God knew what he was doing, so that's amazing.
Definitely. And then once I graduated, I stopped painting and drawing. I stopped all my art. I was playing basketball all the way through high school. We got a new basketball coach my junior year. And it just messed up the chemistry of everything. So I didn't get a basketball scholarship to go to college, but I went to a community college. Okay. And I didn't play or anything. I just was, you know, just doing studying and working as well. So one dead end job after the next, I'm just like, man, I'm tired of this. Like, what's left to do, you know? So just went out to California, went on a business trip. And it ended up turning out to being an art trip, really, because I went to Venice Beach and they had all kind of art and stuff on the beach.
I've been there.
And it was really nice. And once I got back on the plane, I was just thinking, like, man, I was so motivated. Like, I can't wait to get back to drawing. This went 7 years after I graduated. So that's why I named my business 7 Art. It's a testimony for me to just knowing that, like, hey, I went 7 years without drawing and painting, and this is what God blessed me with. So I'm going to definitely be reminded of my journey as well. I could
shout right now. I could shout right now. Let me tell you something. That is amazing. That's the greatest testimony I've heard in a long time, because literally your name is Steven. It's almost spelled like 7, and you waited 7 years, and then you started a business that is blown. I think it's the best thing popping. It's blowing up in my area. So, or in this case, he's traveling, just doing everything that God has literally mapped out for you, and you're seeking him, and your family is supporting you, and your friends and the people. It's just, all of that is amazing. So if y'all didn't catch that, you know, that was just a little restory, regrouping. But that's amazing. Your story and the journey, 7 years. Wow. That's amazing. I had to pause on that one. I had to pause on that one. But that part of you being able to draw, like a talent, a natural talent. Like some people have that, but if you don't go after that, you know, the talent is going to fail because the hard work kind of overdid everything. Yeah. You have to have work behind it, and the fact that you've given it that much. I want to kind of peek into the stereotypes, like he was saying that he was basketball. Okay, a tall black man. How tall are you? 6'4". A tall 6'4" black man. They're like, yeah, he's gonna be a basketball player. I mean, how many people told you that growing up?
Everyone.
Like,
well, now why not be an engineer? Why not be a doctor? Why, you know, it wasn't those things. It was just either playing sports, basketball, or football. Basically, that's what it was.
We have conditioned that in our kids and in our culture and in this generation, that if you look a certain way, if this is the way you pretty much the visual of you. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna be. And you know, that goes back to even slavery. When you think about how they said, you know, he has the big muscles, you know, we're gonna use him for the fields, you know, this one is kind of frail, we're gonna use him for the house. So we've been just conditioned in that way. And that's kind of where Geek Plus wants to alter and be more hands-on with thinking. That, you know, you don't have to be who people may say you are. You have to find that niche and be inspired by other artists to motivate you to go out and go after your dreams. Yes. Things that were never thought of, things that were never, this is not something that was just laid out at any job. I don't know how many jobs you can go on, what was it called, careers.com or whatever. Nobody just had, you know, artists, mobile artists, you know, we're going to hire you to be a... So the fact that we're creating in this culture and in this generation to do those type of things are where we're here to get the word more out. Definitely. And I'm excited about that part. So excuse my my rant, but I was excited about that. So what are some of your goals that you've set for yourself, that you've probably already accomplished since you first started? What are some of the goals? You say you wrote down some.
Yeah, some of the goals that I was actually to get a contract with the business. And I was always doing, when I first started, I was always doing just like personal private parties, you know, for people at their house and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I want to get back, I want to get into more of the professional side of things, doing team builder activities and stuff like that. So I did one for WeWork. We did one last year for them, a big old party for them. And I didn't necessarily put that specific company on there, but I did say I wanted to do some more team building. As soon as I spoke it was just like, boom. Man. You know, I had got a phone call and said, hey, you know, I was checking your website out and we see that you offer team building activities. I had all that stuff listed on all the parties that I wanted to do. I had those different types of ideas and stuff on my website as far as giving people, when they look on there, like, oh, you know what, my birthday's coming up. Let me go ahead and he does birthday parties, or he does this, he does this. So, you know, with doing that, I just wrote that down. And as soon as I wrote it down and I spoke it, it was just like about a month later, the lady called me and she was like, hey, you know, we have a team builder activity. Do you do those? I was like, yes, ma'am, we do. So that was one of them. I know another one of the things that I wrote down was more so catering to another city. So I recently moved to Austin about 8 months ago. But before I moved out there, my fiance was already living out there, and for about 2 years. And so when I was making that commute, I was living in Dallas, she was living in Austin. I was driving back and forth. I was like, well, I'm out here a lot of the times. Let me go ahead and get some. Let me go ahead and get some business going, make it worthwhile. Like not worthwhile, you know.
Just I'm out there being productive,
Yeah, definitely, you know. So I went out and contacted some businesses and walked in and introduced myself. And before I knew it, I had got some more contracts out there. So that's how the Austin side of things started before I even moved out there. But now I'm living out there. We have business in Austin, also in Dallas as well.
Do y'all hear how his dream, his vision, it's just amazing just listening to you and thinking about, like, just seeing it for myself. It's inspiring. So if I have to keep pausing, I'm sorry, but it's making me just even more excited to even talk about it, because how do you just go from Dallas, you got the business, you're doing, you know, the contracts, and then you're there and you're just walking into businesses and just speaking. It's just God had a plan, and because you're walking in that plan, that's why we're sitting here, because we're inspired by it. So definitely I'm wanting to keep you in that, we're sorry guys, wanting to keep people in the loop of how inspiring your story is, and they have a story as well. Everybody has a story. And definitely I can't wait for you guys to get his booking information, because if you are familiar with our Black Painters Party, you'll see that the artwork that those kids did was amazing. Yeah, well, and then his professionalism and just everything, you guys. I'm excited. So what has kept you consistent and motivated thus far? Just, you know, I know every entrepreneur has, you know, those times where you may either get a difficult client, or you may get, you know, I don't know, what the weather, something like that, the venue. You never know what small things could keep you from reaching your goal. So what has motivated you thus far to keep and kept you consistent?
Wow, that's a good question. Honestly, what keeps me going is the reviews. I have Google reviews, and also on Facebook as well. And after doing a party, sometimes, you know, you deal with difficult clients and stuff sometimes, or it might not be that client, but the person within their party, you know, and you got to make sure that person is okay. And,
oh yeah, you deal with a lot of people.
Yeah, I deal with a lot of people. You know, anywhere from 10 to 50 people at one time. And you know, different people have different personalities, so you got to make sure you kind of cater to all of those different type of people. And out of that, you know, it's just kind of like, wow, like
I can do it.
Sometimes it can be a lot, you know, but I'm not dealing with it all by myself. So I thank my staff and everyone that's along the way, you know, that's helping me along the way with those parties. But those reviews really help me get through things, because I'm just like, wow, like sometimes I feel like I might not have gave it my all, you know, and then, you know, you get those reviews like, man, I had a blast and this, and I'm like, wow, that keeps me going, because I might have been going through something that day. You know what I'm
that's so true. That's so true.
Yeah, and it just, you know, sometimes your mind not always there, you know, you're thinking about other things that's going on. So I really appreciate those reviews a lot. Honestly. That's what gets me through. That's
amazing. You're basically your clients, your fans, the people that want to see you succeed, or in this case, you've given them your time, your energy, and they just, I can agree. I can agree. As a client, or in this case, as a person that has used you for our parties, like the way that you cater to the children, and you know, them not really knowing what to do, and they're all ages. These children were all different ages. So them not being able to, you know, kind of go between the lines, and them asking you questions, and, you know, wanting you to help them, and you took your time to do, you know, each one of them, whoever needed help. So that was, because I know the parents kind of either left or, you know, they stayed on the other side. And even though we did have staff, I think we as staff kind of came in and was like, hey, Sven, I don't know what to do, because, you know, I don't want to mess up nobody's paint. I don't know how to paint. I'm still stuck on stick figures. So there's no color nowhere on that canvas. But I could be another one that will do a review and say, hey, this is what's happening, this is what's popping off. So definitely I can agree to that part. Okay, so we're going to jump into another question here. Excuse me. How have your accomplishments established more goals in the business? You know, the things that you've overcome.
Yeah, definitely. By just getting started and just having a vision, you know, just when I first started, I was like, man, this is where I want to be. And knowing that, like, it's not going to happen overnight, you know, setting those goals, those big goals for myself, but just also setting those little small goals to get me to the next thing. So one of my goals was basically to get to another city, you know, and start, you know, branching out and doing that, owning that market and stuff.
Owning that market, there you go.
Definitely. So I was just like, man, okay, how I'm going to do that? And I was just like, you know what, I've been doing this for a while now, you know, I understand.
That confidence came.
Yeah, definitely, the confidence, and then just walking in the room knowing that, hey, I can offer, anybody can use my services, you know, just knowing that, like, even if I'm told no, I'm gonna continue till I get that yes.
Gotcha.
So the accomplishments that leads me to the bigger goals that I have is definitely just owning more markets, basically. So once I know that I got an awesome market, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not too far from San Antonio. Yeah, San Marcos, Houston.
Yeah.
All of those areas, Leander and stuff. And I started doing parties in those areas as well. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well now this is what I'm talking about. Now I get more artists and get more help, get more staff, because I can't do it all by myself.
Nope, because it's like when you think about like coming from this city to that city, how has that kind of been hard? Like, well, I mean, I know they probably have their own locations. Some people have locations that you can come to, and you don't have to like rent another facility, then hire you. So how has that transition been to where you're actually in another city, you're booking them? So give us a little bit of journey about that part.
Yeah, definitely. So I provide the tables just in case if they don't have tables at their place or at their house or anything like that. The only thing we don't provide is chairs. So that can be a lot of equipment to be tugging along with you, you know.
Plus the paints.
Yeah, plus the paints and easels and everything. So we provide up to like 6 tables or whatever. So if they need tables for the event, or if they need tables even for their food setup or anything like that, we'll help them with that. But it can be a lot sometimes, you know, traveling from Dallas to Austin. It can be quite a bit.
That's a lot of. If you don't have a big car, I have a small car, so I can only imagine if you have all of that equipment. Have you ever flown? I mean, you know, to another city and come?
Not yet.
Gotcha. With all that equipment.
Yeah, not yet, but it would have to be something different set up. You know, doing that.
Yes, because And then even if they have like materials and they could provide, I guess, their own tables, or maybe I don't know if they have any easels. I don't have any easels, but thinking about that part, they could probably save them or you time or money. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there. Look at me trying to get hired on, trying to get hired on as staff, trying to up my skills, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Well, how do you see yourself? How do you? I don't want to say how do you see yourself. I just want to say, what do you see coming your way, or what do you know that's coming, or like you said, speaking into existence, or in this case, you talking, you write it down. It's happening. I'm having to write me a check later and just speak it out, and we're gonna see if it comes out in a couple of minutes. But what do you have coming up in your career thus far? What do you have coming in your career in the future? I tried to get that out, y'all. I hope you caught that, but okay.
Definitely. So as I was mentioning, just owning those other markets, we want to take over Texas. Honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay. Yeah, just take over Texas, and I'm not arrogant with it. I'm just be confident with it.
That's cool.
Just want to take over those markets. It's so big. Texas is so big.
Yes.
And I just thinking about going to other cities and other states and stuff like that. I'm just like, well, let's start right here in Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is a huge market by itself. It's like 300 people that move here a day. So that's 300 more new clients that I can receive each and every day. So this is right here in DFW area. That's known Houston and Austin and stuff. Yeah, these are some big markets. There's a lot of people moving to Austin as well. So it's business all over. Everywhere we look, every person that you meet, even if they might not necessarily need my services, they know somebody that can use it, So
when you're planning, I mean, people want to do different stuff now for their birthday parties, for their weddings. I don't know. Have you done any weddings?
Not yet. Okay, it's coming. I have it's a bridal.
Okay, so that's probably what I meant. The bridal, the bachelorette parties, and things like that. Like, people are doing different things for their kids' birthday parties, and like how we did the painters party. So that was totally different. I mean, we didn't. Yeah. That's not something. That we were just planning, but when you think about it, it's like your gift and the market and your business is needed now. That's why I was saying about the innovative and the culture. We're changing.
Yes, it is.
We are changing. Well, we definitely want to say thank you again.
Thank you.
Shout out your platform, please.
So 7art Mobile Paint Parties. You can check out our website is www.7art.party, not .com, .party. So 7art.party, you can check us out. You can book your party online. Also, we have a Facebook page, it's 7art, the number 7art.
Okay. Hope you guys got that. I'll definitely make sure we put it at the bottom of the screen so you guys can get it, and definitely just check it out, because if you're planning a party, or in this case, you're just planning to do something different, like he said, just coming to your home or whatever, just being able to be free, because that's what I think it is when you're thinking about painting and the drinks and all that. Oh, do y'all provide a drink service?
Yeah, we have bartender, everything. DJ, karaoke, all of that.
I kind of threw that in there just so, for my people that may need, y'all, I don't know, but y'all may need that for later. So I'm trying to help y'all out. That's what I do. Okay, so we play a game here at Geek Plus. It's called Geeks or That. And it's just real simple. It just kind of opening up the door so they can just get your personality, see, who you are, and thus forth. So we're just going to jump into it.
Okay.
All right. So, and I'm just going to say a word or, a phrase, and you just kind of, answer with what the first thing comes to your mind.
Okay.
I hope I'm saying it right. Okay. Okay. So Reese's Pieces or M&M's?
Reese's Pieces.
Okay. See, and you can't think about it. That's good. I'm glad, because people be thinking. I'll be like, no, you can't do that.
I don't like M&M's.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the F-150 guy.
Okay, I got you. Earth, Wind, and Fire or the Isley Brothers?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep it simple. Last one, Android or iPhone?
Got the iPhone.
I got the Android.
I just switched the beginning of this year. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I see we're not on the same page. It's cool, you know. I thought the artistry was there. You know, we could paint something. Yeah. I ain't gonna make it, but it's cool. I'm sticking with my stick figures, and I'm okay with that. So, but again, thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you.
We appreciate your time and your wisdom and your presence, and I just hope that this video and the people that know us and definitely know you could be inspired by it, because I know I was. So definitely. Here at Geek Plus, guys, we always think